Namaste students. Today we are going to discuss synthetic fibers and plastics. Before going inside of the topic, first of all we need to know history behind the synthetic fibers and plastics. Thousands of years ago, people used natural fibers only, like cotton, wool, silkworms, and as well jute. These are very good fibers. Even if they are good fibers, of course, why we are going for the synthetic fibers? If there is a drawback of the fibers of naturals, then only we are going for the synthetic fibers. What are the drawbacks? Here, cotton, when it is shrinking inside the water and when we are wearing, it becomes wrinkled. And whereas silk is very costly and we need to maintain very delicately. Whereas jute is a one type of fiber which is not durable as much as other fibers. Based upon these disadvantages, scientists went for invention of another alternative of these fibers. They did many experiments. After many experiments with the help of chemicals, finally they manufactured the alternative for the synthetic fibers that are nothing but man-made fibers. We can call as artificial fibers also. There are many advantages behind the artificial fiber. Here, these are the advantages of this artificial fiber. So, there are 4 advantages of the artificial fibers. Compared to the natural fibers, many advantages are there in the artificial fiber. That's why scientists and even we also referring the artificial fibers only. Right? What are the advantages? They are affordable and as well as durable. Means, compared to the natural fibers, the silk will come from the silkworms. It is very costly. That is a natural fiber. Whereas these artificial fibers are very cheaper compared to the natural fiber, and as well as durable also. And coming to it will take less amount of the water to soak and it will dry fast also. It will reduce the amount of time to dry, so that we can wear easily. So next third point is it is wrinkle free. Compared to the natural fibers, artificial fibers are the cloths which are made up of artificial fiber are wrinkle free. So easy to maintain, easy to wear also. Next fourth point is easy to maintain. Like silk, we are not going to face any problem to maintain the artificial fibers. It is very easy to maintain. So these are the 4 advantages of the artificial fiber. Now we are going to discuss about the types of fibers. There are 2 types of fibers. One fiber which is taken from the nature. So that type of fiber we can call as a natural fiber. One more fiber which is a man-made fiber. So here, what is a natural fiber? The fibers which are taken from the animals, plants, and as well as tree. Right now, animals, plants, and trees. That type of fibers are called natural fibers. For example, there are 4 kinds of the natural fibers are there. One is cotton, which will be taken from the plants. Wool, which is taken from the animal like sheep. Silk, which is taken from the silkworms. One more type is jute. This is a 4th type of natural fibers, which is taken from the plants only. Now here, where are the man-made fibers? The fibers which are made by the persons, humans, are called as man-made fibers. So this type of fibers we can name it as also synthetic fibers. Synthetic fiber. There are 4 types of the synthetic fibers are there. One is rayon, nylon, polyester, and 4th one is acrylic. Okay, sir. So this is about the types of the fibers. Let us discuss about the polymer. These polymers, the combination of the polymers will form the synthetic fibers. So what is there inside of the polymer? What it is indicating? A polymer is a Greek word which is indicating poly plus mer of two words. Poly means many, mer means units. Many units combining forming a large chain is called as the polymer. Let us discuss a necklace structure here. See, in necklace, if you observe, small units are combining to form a large structure. This is called as a polymer. So even if you take the paper clips also, in paper clips, if you are making a clip here, so this also will be made up of small clips to form a large chain. So like this, the polymers will be there. Now, what is a single unit we can call in the polymer? The single unit which is present inside of the polymer is called as a monomer. So, with the help of the polymers, the synthetic fibers will be manufactured. With the help of the monomers, the polymers will be manufactured. In one polymer, there are two lots of the monomers will be there. So, these polymers are present in even in the nature, or in the artificial fiber also, or in the synthetic fiber also. In natural fibers, the polymer is cellulose, which is taken from the plants or walls of the cell, walls of the plants. That is called cellulose. Like in this is a cellulose is a natural polymer. In this, what is a monomer? Glucose is the monomer of the polymer of cellulose. Now, these synthetic fibers are made from the petrochemicals, like petrochemical synthetic polymers, and these are the products of the petroleum. Now, this is about the polymers. Now, let us discuss about the types of the man-made fiber. See, initially, in the starting of the chapter, we classified the fibers into two types. One is the natural fibers and as well as the man-made fiber. Here, what are the man-made fibers? Once again, they are rayon, nylon, polyester, and fourth one is acrylic. So these are the four man-made fibers. Now we are going to discuss deeply about the individual fibers. Rayon is one kind of the man-made fiber. Now we are going to discuss about the rayon. We can call the rayon as a first man-made fiber also. Man-made fiber. And we can call this rayon fiber is the laboratories gift to the looms. The laboratories gift to the looms also we can call it. Why? Because the rayon is made from the cellulose of the wood pulp or cotton, and it is made up of the cellulose of the wood pulp or cotton. There is some mechanism happened behind it. There is a chemical treatment of the cellulose also happened. That's why it is not called as a pure synthetic fiber. So why it is not called as a pure synthetic fiber, even it is made up of a man-made fiber also? Because there is a chemical treatment behind the rayon manufacturing. Chemical treatment of the cellulose. That's why we cannot call it as a pure synthetic fiber. Now there is a history behind the formation of there is a history behind the manufacturing of the rayon. Before 19th century in China, silk is manufactured from the silkworms. They are very costly, they are very shiny, they are very beautiful. So, but the idea behind the secret behind the silk kept guarded by the China. Rayon is also called as artificial silk. What is it called? Artificial silk. Why it is called as an artificial silk? There is a history behind it. Before 19th century, in China, they invented the silk from the silkworms. The fiber which is taken from the silkworms are very costly, and the cloths which are made from the silkworms are also very costly, but they are very beautiful, shiny also. Scientists did many experiments to bring to know the formula about it, but they guarded the secret. They hide the secret to the world. For that reason, it takes many years to invent alternative for the silkworms, alternative for the silk. At the end of the 19th century, they manufactured the alternative silk. We can call as artificial silk also, which is taken from the wood pulp. From the wood pulp, they manufactured the rayon cloth from the cellulose fiber, which is this type of silk we can call as artificial silk. This artificial silk is cheap in price, durable, and easy to maintain. The characteristics of the artificial silks are same as the natural silk. For that reason, even natural silk also means we are going for the artificial silks because of these three reasons. There are some properties, and as there are some uses of rayon also there that we are going to discuss. Here there are some properties which belongs to the rayon. Based upon these properties only we are referring the rayon. What are the properties? Let us discuss. See, this rayon cloth is very soft and shiny. It is less expensive. Compared to the natural fiber. Third one is comfortable to wear. Comfortable to wear. And fourth one is it can be easily dyed in different colors. And it absorbs the moisture also. So these are the characteristics of the rayon. With this characteristics only we are referring the rayon fabric to manufacture the clothes. There are some advantages or uses of the rayon fabric also there that we are going to discuss now. With the properties what we discussed just now, there are some uses also. Rayon is used in wide variety of places. Like rayon is used in clothing. It is very bright and lustrous. Due to that, we are using to manufacture the clothes. And this rayon is used in home furnishings. Means bed sheets, carpets, like that. Many examples are there. You can write as bed sheets, second carpets. Here clothing, dress materials. Next, third is industrial use. Means like in medical and vehicles. These are the uses of the rayon. With this, we discussed about the rayon. What is the rayon? How the rayon is manufactured? What we can call the rayon? And as well as properties of the rayon, use of the rayon.